So during the first day of school of my junior year of high school, there was a girl who, for a couple weeks, I exchanged looks with, right? Just somehow, somewhere, I'd find her out of everyone, and I'd exchange looks, and she'd probably be the first one to look away. Every so often, I'd look away, and I'm just tired, right? And I realized, okay, well, I can sit on my butt and wait for the perfect girl to arrive, or I can find the perfect girl, right? The perfect girl. And what did I do? Well, I decided one day I was going to approach her and talk to her. But when the time came, I was too scared and I didn't do it. In fact, I actually walked right past her. Funny enough, she realized I was giving her looks, whatever. So she normally walks past me down the hall, and that day she stood still, like she waited around a little area, right? Because she realized he's probably gonna talk to me soon. She waited. You wanna know what I did? I exchanged her look, zoom, ran right past by, right to my class, and after that I realized, you know what? It's over. I was like, she's probably not a good person anyways, this, that. I was making all these mental excuses in my head to justify not talking to her. Later that day, another opportunity came, but she was with her friends this time. And I was thinking, I don't really want to talk to her with her friends. I was thinking, oh, her friends don't look like good people. She's probably a bad person, this, that. And I didn't even know her name yet, right? And then after that, I gave up in my head. And it was last period of the day, and I came out the class and I saw her. We were both, like, everyone in the school, there's two different exits. Like, half of the kids are going towards one exit, and she was going the same exit that I go to, because that's the area I live in. I was walking with my friend, and then he went to the other exit. So now it's just me, and she's probably like 5 heads in front of me walking down the hall, right? And as the crowd got dispersed and there was less and less people between us, I decided I'm gonna go talk to her, right? I didn't know what to say, I didn't know what to do, but I decided I want to go talk to her. And it felt like my heart was burning. When I was walking up to her, I consciously felt my heart start to swell. It was burning on fire, right? I honestly thought I was going to melt, like, somehow. It was literally burning. It was dun 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 dun, and it was hurting my chest, right? But I reminded myself, courage isn't the absence of fear. Courage is acting despite fear. So what did I do? I went up to her and I asked her for her name, what year she is, because I didn't see her before. And from then, I made a new friend. Now, you probably thought this was some lovey-dovey story where she ends up as my girlfriend or whatever. It's not that story. But what this story is to teach you is that you can't sit around forever. You gotta do something. Because for people like you and me, we've been told that one day we'll find a nice, beautiful, pretty, loving woman. Like everyone does, right? They just find someone and they get married, have kids, whatever. And sure, while that is true, we have to realize something. Sure, we can find that woman, but the odds things will work out are honestly really low. Just look at most marriages with such high divorce rate. And so what I'm trying to tell you is, don't just sit down on your butt forever. Do something, right? And so I want to teach you how to actually find your future partner. And it first starts off with your beliefs. Because here's our problem. Every time we look at a girl and she wears something that just is a little bit we instantly think of messed up things about her. Not sexual or whatever, but how she's a bad person, she's this, she's that. You see a girl with leggings, you think, oh, she must be craving attention, this or that, right? And here's the thing, I'm not here to say that you're right or you're wrong. I don't know, I'm not that person. But what I am saying is you can't know someone if you haven't known them. What? How are you gonna assume like you know everything about that person, but you haven't even talked to them yet, right? And you're thinking right now, oh, but the girl I want, she will wear flower dresses and whatnot. Okay, that's cool. Okay. What does that mean? Still go talk to the girl, right? And we have to assume that everyone is a nice person and that everyone will love us. Because we are so judgmental because we're judgmental of ourselves. We project our insecurities onto other people, right? And we also dislike these women because we know we couldn't have them, right? The one popular girl, do you know why we dislike her? Because we think to ourselves we can never get her. And that's the truth. It's not because they wear this or they wear that. It's not because we're so traditional, we're so Christian. We're not. If we're being honest, right? We're not that traditional. We're not that Christian, right? Even though we claim to be, we're not that good, right? I'm not talking about salvation, by the way. I don't want to get no hate in the comments. I'm talking about faith as in service to others. But we're not as good as we claim to be, right? In all honesty, we're probably bad people. I mean, just look at your messed up thoughts. I have them too. We're not good people, right? And so it first comes down to your beliefs. What do you believe about these people? Do you believe that they are bad people? Or do you believe that they're good people? Do you believe that they love you? Or do you believe that they'll hate you? It's what you believe about these people that make it or break it. And before you think, okay, I won't approach anyone because I want to fix my beliefs first, no. The best way to fix your beliefs is with experience. So, to fix your beliefs, I'm going to give you a task. You're probably going to school today, and there's probably a girl that you want to talk to that you think looks cute, whatever. And there's also probably a girl that you think is a bad person. I want you to do two things. I want you to, one, go talk to the girl that you think looks good. And then I want you to, two, go talk to the girl that you hate. And you'll realize that they're not the people you think they'd be. Because for the girl that you like, you're going to find out she isn't the person you want her to be. And for the girl you dislike, you're going to find out that she's better than what you thought she was. People are not this evil thing, right? Obviously, there's evil in us. But if you assume that, then you're only going to find that. If you're looking for it, you're going to find it, right? And so that's your task for now, cold approaching. And right now, after you've, let's say, cold approached, what you need to do is turn cold approach into warm approach. And cold approaching is just approaching a new girl. You've never seen her before. You don't know her name, blah, blah, blah. Like, you're in a new area. Let's say you move to a different country. You find a new girl, you talk to her. That's cold approaching. Warm approaching is you've met her before. You're like, know each other, whatever. So for warm approach, to get from cold to warm, you first want to talk to her. But when you talk to a girl, you never want to ask for her number. You never want to ask for this or that, right? Because you're forcing her to make a yes or no decision right then and there. And it's kind of weird. She doesn't know you yet, right? Think about it like this. For girls, it's a lot harder. They got to be more safer with it, right? Because for us men, let's be honest, right? We talk to these girls because we're sexually attracted to them. But for us men, we probably don't think that like sex is something super big, right? Obviously, you and me are waiting till marriage, but in terms of actual sex, we don't think it's that big, right? But for women, they have to give their entire selves. But for us, we just have to give like a body part or whatever. For them, it's an entire body thing. It's a soul to soul thing, right? And so you got to think about it like this. If a random man came up to you with $1 billion in cash and he said, "Oh, I'll give you this if you do X," but they don't tell you what X is or whatever, you're going to be a little suspicious, right? And that's what you're doing. You're asking them, "Okay, you give me your number, but you don't know who I am." Why would they do that? Why would they sacrifice themselves for you if they don't know you yet, right? And so that's why I have to turn cold approach into warm approach, where you talk to a girl, you greet yourself, you talk to her, and then you leave. Simple as that. You don't ask for no number. You can ask for her name, whatever, blah, blah, blah. You don't ask for her number. You don't tell her you're into her like that. Nothing. You just talk to her. And do this for both men and women, right? Obviously, men, you don't have to worry about the intent or whatnot, but just talk to people. The more you get better with people, the more you get better with girls, right? So, when you're talking, you never want to let your intent be known. And that means don't explicitly tell her you like her or whatever. Let her know without your words. Let her know your tone, your body language, right? How you present yourself, how you look at her, how you listen to what she says, how you smile at her, right? How you listen, I already said that. Everything except for explicitly saying it. That's how you tell her you like her. Play the game of how can I let this girl know I like her without letting her know I like her. And because when she finds out, she's going to think it's her idea. And girls love that, all right? And now we talk about probably one of the most important things, probably the hardest thing for both of us, right? I'm still improving in this area, and you're just starting out. It's spinning plates, right? What does that mean? Think of a circus. There's some dude that has a long stick, and on it is a plate, and the plates are spinning on top of the stick, right? And he has multiple sticks, like on his arms and his hands, and he's spinning many, many, many plates, right? Think of each plate as a girl, and each girl is an option, right? So what you want to do is you want to have options, because here's how it's probably for you and me. We see one girl and we think she must be the one, and if she even gives a slight hit of interest, she's my wife. That's it, nobody else. She's the one, 100%. No, it's not like that. What you want is to talk to multiple girls, not at once, like literally at once, but like have options. So instead of, because this is what girls love. They love when you aren't needy, right? Women want a man who's on his own mission, and they want to be the companion on that mission. And so when you're needy, you make her your mission instead of something else your actual mission, and they know that. And when you have options, you aren't scared of losing the girl. So the girl right now, you like a girl, 100%. You like a girl. Damn. You like a girl, 100%. Now imagine if that girl didn't exist. You don't care about losing her because you have all these different girls you could talk to. That's having options. And when a plate breaks, an option breaks, you don't care because you have other plates. And girls like that. Girls know when you have other plates, right? Because you don't care if things don't work out. And that's what they want. And what that does is that creates anxiety in the girl, right? Where she doesn't know if you like her or not. She knows you if you could go with someone else. She knows if I don't do X, you'll just go with Y. She knows that if she doesn't put in work, you're on to the next person, and that creates anxiety. And what you want to do with girls is create anxiety and comfort, like a little cycle. When you have the right amount of anxiety where she knows that if she doesn't put in work, you could probably get with someone else, and you have the right amount of comfort where she's comfortable around you, then that's how you get a girl who's invested and interested in you. And here's the thing, in comfort comes from loving her, right? Not like, I love you, whatever. No, just loving her. I don't explain it. All right, let's talk example one. Compliments. That's a form of comfort. But compliments are when you want to show really high intent. And you only want to compliment things she did, not who she is, right? For example, don't say, oh, you're cute, you're beautiful, whatever. No. She did nothing for that, right? You want to say, oh, I like what you're wearing. I like what you did. Or I like your values, belief. I don't know, something she did, right? Because when you compliment something about a girl, when you praise that behavior, you reinforce the behavior, and they will do it more often. Why do you think Instagram girls continue to post on Instagram, continue to post on Instagram, right? Because everyone in the comments are praising her. They're praising her beauty. And so she thinks that's what I'm gonna do. Because when you praise something about a woman, it reinforces that behavior. And compliments are how you show very high intent, and it creates comfort. More comfort could be just being loving, right? I think being loving, it's not something that's easily explained when it comes to experience. So just talking to more girls and being true, being conscious, being there, right? And that takes time. But when you have enough comfort and enough anxiety, you create a girl that's invested. And when you have too much anxiety, you create a neurotic girl. When you have too much comfort, you create a girl that doesn't respect you, right? That's why you see some marriages or relationships where it's so boring, right? I'm not saying that you should have ideal expectations for love. What I am saying is that you see some relationships where they don't even look like they love each other. Why? Because the girl has too much comfort. The dude hasn't created an anxiety. So the girl knows that no matter what she does, he's gonna stay with her. So there's no point in her doing anything at all. But when you create enough comfort and enough anxiety, the girl will be invested into you, right? And you choose where the relationship goes, right? Because all you have to do is attention. That's how you create more comfort. You give her attention, that's comfort. But you being with other girls, that's anxiety. So she will come for your attention, and you just give it if she deserves it. If she does what you want. Because you have to create rules, right? If you want X, I want Y. If you want my attention, I want you to dress like this. If you want my attention, I want you to respect me. If you want my love, respect me. If you want this, I want you to not talk to other dudes, right? I want you to be loyal, right? There's rules to this. And you have to make sure you follow those rules yourself, right? Don't break them yourself. And so she will eventually come to a point where, what are we? That kind of question. And that's where you decide what you want to be. Is it school buddies, best friends, lovers? That's where you decide what you want to be. I apologize for the cut. But as I was saying, after you create right amount of anxiety, right amount of comfort, you'll get the talk, and that's the interrelationship. Now, how much anxiety should I use? How much comfort should I use? That really depends on the girl, right? For some girls, you need a lot of anxiety, little comfort. For other girls, you need a lot of comfort, little anxiety. But for most girls, it's around, a balance for the both of them, right? So, how about maintaining a relationship? So during the relationship, you want to keep around the same level of anxiety. Not too much though, right? Of course you want comfort, but you also want to let that girl know, I have options. I could go for better, but I chose you. And that lets the girl know, okay, well, I got to perform at my best. But that doesn't mean you get to sit around and do nothing, watch TV and play video games. No. It means that you also have to be your best, right? And you might question, well, will we get depolarized, right? No. Here's why. You are a man or a boy who is constantly improving themselves, right? Or at least wants to be. That's who you are, constantly improving yourself. And if you remain the same at the core, then you won't get depolarized because you're the same masculine figure, the same masculine man, right? Take this for example. You have a German Shepherd dog and a Golden Retriever. Both will love you. Both will bring you comfort, right? You love spending time with both of them. But when an intruder comes, the German Shepherd is the one that's going to attack. You'll feel safer with one and not the other, right? Even if they're both old, you'd still feel more safe with the German Shepherd because of who the German Shepherd is at the core, right? And so it's who you are that determines if you guys get depolarized. But it's also about maintaining the same level of anxiety and comfort, right? Of course, you want lots of comfort, but not too much. Not so much where she disrespects you. Because it's like this. For men, we want respect. And for women, they want love, right? And it's like a loopy-loopy thingy, right? I don't know what it's called. When men get respect, naturally they show love. When women get love, naturally they show respect. And so when you both at 100% output, when she gives you 100% respect and you give her 100% love, you get what you both want, right? And once again, as I was saying, it's who you are at the core. And if you are at the core someone who will love her and still keep that level of anxiety, then you're fine, right? But that's who you are at the core, and you're not going to change from that. As long as you don't change from that, who you are at the core, who she fell in love with, stay that person, right? Just be better. That's all that matters, right? And this is why, once again, men base their emotions off of their logic, and women base their logic off of their emotions. If you are that same person at the core, then she will also be hurt at the core. It's like two sides of the spectrum. When you are at the end, it'll force her to be at the end to create this equilibrium. This everything's equal sign, right? And that's all that matters, who you are at the core. But that's really it. But I know I talked about a lot, so let's talk about what can I do now. Well, first, go talk to a girl. Today. And if you're done with school, all right, look, you're probably gonna make some excuse saying, oh, school's almost over or whatever. Go do it. But I'm talking about if you already left school, you're already at home, maybe it's nighttime, maybe it's the morning, whatever. Go talk to a girl today. And if not tomorrow. Remember, the best time is today. The worst time is tomorrow, right? So, if you can, go talk to a girl today. Go talk to the one girl you like, right? Go approach her in the halls. Like, hey, excuse me, what class you going to, right? Hey, excuse me, my name's whatever. What class you got? And be like, all right, nice to meet you. And let her go. Well, where's the class at, right? I'm just thinking of these on the spot. Don't copy what I'm saying. Be you. Be you, right? Go talk to her. It's that simple. And then go talk to the girl that you dislike, that you hate, Go talk to her. This should be easy, right? You don't like her, so it's not like you're nervous, right? No, you'll be nervous, 100%. But still, go talk to her. And what you've done is two things that happen from after you approach a girl. She'll either accept you or reject you completely. And when you learn how to accept rejection, you learn to be unstoppable. And that's what matters. So with the cute girl you like, if she rejects you, so what? Okay, on to the next. If she accepts you, that's cool. That's cool, right? And now when you go back to her, go talk to her like she's a longtime friend you haven't seen. Right? With that much love. With that much love. I don't know what's the word, right? But that's all that really matters. Because go talk to some girl and create more options. Now, this isn't morally wrong. Morality is decided in the intention, not necessarily the action. If you're approaching girls because you want to sleep with them, that's probably wrong. But if you're approaching girls because you genuinely want to know them, you think they're beautiful, right, that's different. So decide your intention first with the girl you're going to talk to, right? One other point I want to make is, though you have options, I do not recommend using those options. And what I mean by that is to pick one option at the end of the day. Don't go for polygamy. Don't try to sleep with multiple girls. It's not worth it, man. You know as much as I do. That's not. It's better to be dangerous because you have the ability to not be dangerous. And to not be dangerous because you're dangerous, that's the most formidable foe. That's the most dangerous person. The person who isn't dangerous because they can be dangerous. Even though you have options, choose wisely what you do with those options. Because now you have responsibility. And it's up to you now to make things right. Become the antidote to chaos. Choose.